Good morning, everybody. So it is Saturday morning and it's super nice out. It's like super sunny, so that's why the lighting is nice, because normally it's really dark here because the blinds are normally closed, but it is like almost 10 o'clock and I'm still laying in bed, but I went to bed late, so naturally I would wake up late and sleep in. But I thought that I would show you guys basically what a morning looks like for me here. Normally I do wake up early, but I feel like the only thing that changes is obviously when I wake up, but everything else that I do is pretty consistent, whether I have classes or if it's the weekend and I'm just, getting stuff done. It pretty much looks the same. So the first thing I do is I make my bed. Obviously, I don't think I've ever, since I've been in college, I don't think I've ever not made my bed. Like, even if I was in a rush, I still make my bed. It's just something I do, and I like the look of it, especially since I know the space is kind of small, and I feel like the first thing you see is your bed. So I like to make my bed, so that's what I'm gonna do. Also, this video is going to be more vlog style if you haven't already guessed it. So yeah, I really like watching vlog style morning routines just because I feel like it's chill, it's more relaxing for me to watch, so hopefully you guys feel the same way. It's also easier for me to edit, not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm just gonna quickly make my bed. It actually doesn't take as long as because last year I had a lofted bed, so it would be harder, but this time around it's actually much easier, so that's really great. It saves me time in the morning. So I'm going to set you guys up on my tripod so you guys can see me making my bed.
Your strength and show me your way.
Something that I also love to do in the mornings is just playing worship music as well. The one that I love to listen to is on Spotify. It's called, I think, New Music Friday Christian. Let me check. New Music Friday Christian. Okay, so I was right. So yeah, that's my favorite. I really love it, and it's like a mix of just empowering, just encouraging Christian music. Love it, which is nice in the morning to just kind of get you in the right mindset. So love that, especially because sometimes I don't have time to, I don't wake up early enough before my 9:40 classes to actually do my quiet times. Normally I normally do them at night on the weekdays when I have classes, but on the weekends I think for the most part, after I eat breakfast, I sit down and do my quiet time before I do any homework, before I do anything really. I just spend time with God after I do breakfast. And it's kind of nice because, especially on the weekends, I'm usually by myself, so it just gets me in the right mindset. And I think I like the idea of me being by myself for that. So that's usually when I do my quiet time, just for those of you who are curious. So yeah, but now normally I usually pick out my outfit. I normally have it picked out the night before, even if I don't have classes or anywhere really to be. I still do it just because I like to know what I'm going to be wearing and I don't have to think about it. So especially in the morning when I'm kind of not with it yet, I love to just at least know what I'm going to be wearing. So yeah, I'm just going to I normally take a quick shower in the morning. Normally I wouldn't still be holding my clothes, but I'll set them down. But yeah, I normally take a quick shower. I don't normally wash my hair, and I'm going to wash it tonight. So yeah, but you guys won't see that because this is just for the morning. But yeah, I normally wash my face in the shower. I clean out my retainer because I still have it on. And then I'm going to also brush my teeth here at the sink. Because sometimes it depends if I do in the shower. It really depends. But that's normally what I do. And I'm also playing and listening to worship music at the same time. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. So yeah, I don't really know how much I'm going to show you guys of that, but we'll see.
I saw her up on the hill, on her way to the mill, proud and all out,
Hey guys, so I'm sitting at my desk now and I finished taking a shower. I put on just like a basic long sleeve and then just basic jeans, and I'm gonna wear my Vans as I said earlier. Now I'm gonna do my makeup, so not my makeup, sorry, my skincare. I'm not wearing makeup today because clearly your girl is breaking out and we don't need that anymore, so I need to, so yeah. And also I don't really have anything to do today, so I was like, I'll give my skin a break. So yeah, that is what we're doing. So I'm gonna do my skincare. It's pretty easy, so this shouldn't take long. And then actually after this, I'm going to call my mom because why not catch up with her? That's normally not something I do all the time, but I do because I haven't seen her in like a week, so I'm like, let's talk. So yeah, I'm gonna try and call her. Hopefully she'll be up. But yeah, so I'm gonna do my skincare real quick. Take a cotton round. As you can see, I have leftover like mascara underneath my eyes, so I gotta make sure we're gonna, make sure that doesn't happen anymore. So yeah, I'm just gonna use my micellar water. I like to use the blue one because it takes off even waterproof mascara, so it's great. Or like waterproof like products basically, so it's really awesome. My skin is so sensitive that like anything that touches it, like it gets really red, and I feel like I've just noticed that like in the last couple of years, which is interesting. But yeah, so I'm just doing that. Like I said, I don't really have any major plans for the day, so I'm just gonna be doing homework, editing, doing that kind of stuff. I also want to vacuum because I feel like this room needs a nice vacuum, so I'm gonna do that, especially in the bathroom as well. I just use my soothing facial mist. It's really nice and calming. Normally I use a toner. This is the Witch Hazel Coconut Water one by Thayer's. I feel like it just really gets even more makeup out, or off my skin, out. That's English. So I'm just gonna use that. I usually go to like the sides of my nose because there's always like leftover makeup on there. So sometimes the micellar water doesn't get all the makeup off, so that's why I also wash my face in the shower as well. So I feel like I just want to make sure I don't have any more makeup because that clogs pores. We don't want that. We already have enough of that, so so just do that. And they only sell the spray in a Target at least, so I have another one. So yeah, and just use my eye cream. This is the e.l.f. Illuminating Eye Cream. I don't know if I've showed it in a video before, but yeah, you just use the tiniest amount and it's not irritating or anything, which is good. So I was worried about that. I think there's 2 ingredients in it. I don't remember what they were. I think it's green tea and then something else. Yeah, I just remember it's green tea. Can't remember the other one, but yeah. Should I have it on here? No. Probably in the packaging. I do moisturizer. I've used this for so long. This is the Neutrogena Oil-Free Moisture for combination skin. Probably squeeze like 4 droplets, I don't know. Pump 4 times. You obviously want to moisturize because it's getting cold, at least here in Chicago, or any places that has winter and it's cold. You want to moisturize. I also use sunscreen, even though, it's sunny out, but I normally use it every single day because I hear that you should also use it even when it's not sunny and like when it's winter too. So it's like, you know what, I will do that. This is just a little sample from Shiseido. This is the UV protection cream, face body 40, SPF 40. Yeah, it actually goes a long way. Okay guys, so now that I did that, I'm going to put lip balm on. This is my favorite. It's the Blistex Ultra Rich Hydration. forgot what it's called. I think it smells like meringue, lemon meringue. I think so. I don't even know. But it's really nice and moisturizing. I've repurchased multiple times. And then I normally do my hair, so if I wash it the night before, I don't put dry shampoo in, but since I'm washing it tonight, I'm going to put dry shampoo in. So the one I use is the Repair and Product Dry Shampoo with coconut and keratin. It's nourishing and weightless. It's good, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really good with like dry shampoos. Like, I mean, I feel like all of them kind of work the same in my hair, at least. Like, I don't know. But I feel like it still like sometimes makes my hair kind of look greasy. So like I don't even know. So I don't know. But I still use them because I feel like I've gone through so many like different brands and they kind of all do the same thing. So like I just don't really know. We'll see. But yeah, I just kind of do that, shake it out to get some volume because normally if my hair needs to be washed, it looks flat, and so I want to kind of make it not look as flat. Yeah, it smells nice. It's not overpowering, and I also like that it doesn't have like that white powder, just because I feel like it looks kind of weird on my hair since I have dark hair. You can kind of see it as well, so that's not cute, but this doesn't leave white powder on your roots. And then I'm just going to brush out my hair. My hair gets pretty tangly if I don't brush it out, so. And then I normally add some type of a hair oil, especially on the ends, because my hair isn't as dry as it was before when I was like younger. I think when I was like 12 or 13, my hair, at least the ends, would get really dry. Lately it hasn't been, like the last couple of years it hasn't been, but I always like to add oil just to make it like more moisturized and nourished and get that good stuff. So this one I put in a Ziploc because it kind of gets oily, but it's like a Moroccan oil from Garnier, so I actually like the smell of it, and I feel like it works better than the other one that I used to use by Garnier. I forgot what it was called, but it was like in a green little pump bottle, and I kind of like this better. I feel like it actually works for my hair. So yeah, I'm just gonna focus it on the ends because we don't want our hair to be too oily, but also I kind of use like the leftover and like kind of like put it on, like just like apply it into my roots, just because my hair does get frizzy as well, which also helps with that. So really love it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing for my hair. Normally if my hair does get oily, and like I feel like it kind of does, and I need to wash it, I normally do like a hairstyle, but I'll probably throw like a baseball cap on. Not right now, but like if I have to leave, which I will later on, I'll probably throw a baseball cap on. So that's usually what I do for my hair. It's very simple, as you can see. But yeah, that's pretty much like my skincare, what I do for my hair. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not wearing any makeup today, so giving my skin a break. But yeah, that's usually what that looks like. And then normally I would have breakfast, which I will have, but I'm going to call my mom first, and then I'll show you guys what I'm eating for breakfast. So I'm in the kitchen right now, and I'm just sitting down eating my breakfast, or I'm about to eat my breakfast. And normally I normally listen to a podcast or watch YouTube videos. It's usually the time that I do that. I usually have my iPad out with me, so I can do that. I might do some reading. So it also depends if I'm like running late to class or anything like that. Like if classes, I normally don't take the time to eat my breakfast as much and enjoy it. So since I don't have classes today, I can do that. So I normally have 2 pieces of bagel, and then my coffee. I usually have an iced caramel macchiato with some hazelnut creamer, and yeah, so this is what it normally looks like. I normally have 2 pieces of bagel. Normally it's not this burnt, but you know, we're gonna make do with what we have. And then I put on some cream cheese, a generous amount, then have my coffee. I would say to have a straw in it, even though it probably doesn't need a straw, but like, you know, I'm fancy like that. So yeah, that's usually what it looks like. for my breakfast. This actually fills me up quite a bit, so I probably will have a later lunch then, since I'm eating lunch later. So yeah, that is my breakfast. So I'm gonna enjoy this. And normally I usually have to wash some of the dishes because I always like to wash them. I don't like to leave dishes in the sink, so I'll probably do that right after. Okay guys, so I just finished eating breakfast, but I wanted to remind you guys to take your vitamins. This is the one I'm using. It's the Hello Bella Organic Woman's Multi, and there's a bunch of benefits, but basically it's good for immunity, energy, and bones. And this is the second package I repurchased, and it's just really great. I apparently supposed to take 3 in a day, but I didn't realize that until I purchased this. So yeah, I normally take 1 or 2 depending on how I'm feeling, but yeah, I never really was the type of person to take vitamins, but I realize now that it gives me so much energy and it's just good for, you know, not getting sick and getting the benefits of it. So definitely take your vitamins, and I think it's so cute as well, and it's also really yummy, so yeah, don't go overboard. But yeah, I'm just gonna take 1, and I just thought I would remind you guys to take your vitamins because it's good for you, and I didn't realize the benefits of it until I started taking it. So don't forget, so PSA, don't forget to take your vitamins.
Look out, here she comes.
So I'm currently in the bathroom, and it's kind of echoey here, so sorry about that. But I finished eating breakfast, and now I'm gonna brush my teeth because coffee breath is real. So I'm going to quickly brush my teeth, and then I'm going to walk over to the library, which isn't that far from where I live. And it's literally like across the street. So I'm gonna go there to print a picture for our project. I printed like all of them except for one of them because the printer was not really cooperating, so I have to go back again. So yeah, hopefully I don't run into anybody there because I feel like everyone's in the library basically, also because it's finals, but like it's just people's hangout spots. So hopefully I don't run into anybody there because yeah, I have a lot to do, and I just, yeah. So I'm gonna go to the library after I brush my teeth. I'm probably gonna bring my backpack, and then I also have to fill up my water, and so I'll probably do that after I get back from the library. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't take that long, but I guess we'll have to see. So yeah, just thought I would let you guys know what I'm doing. It's almost 12. I feel like this isn't gonna be a morning routine anymore, so yeah, I'll probably end this off once I get back to my dorm. So yeah. Okay guys, so I have a hat on and I put my hair in a bun, and I'm about to pack everything in my backpack so I can head to the library. So yeah, great stuff. As you can see, I don't have the energy to look cute, so we're just gonna roll with it. But yeah, I'm just gonna pack everything and head to the library. So yeah. Forgot to show you guys my quiet time, even though I've kind of like done like a video about it, but yeah, lately I haven't been the best at it, so I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. But instead of like showing you guys my quiet time, I thought I would quickly just share a sermon that I watched from Vu's church. When was it? I have the date on my notebook. I will actually, I'm gonna like set you guys because I'm kind of holding the tripod, so yeah, I'll just do that. But I have a special notebook dedicated to sermons and just like church notes kind of things. So I got this from Meyer. It was not that expensive, so I like that. But I love like the pages of it. It's like kind of like old school kind of. I don't know. The pages are cool. Anyways, so this was a different sermon, but yeah. And today was the 12th. What was that? Monday? I don't know. I don't even remember. But is it Monday? I think so. I'm not sure. But yeah, I wrote some notes about it. I thought I would share with you guys as part of my little routine. Even though I'm not going to show you guys my quiet time, I thought that why not share some wisdom with you guys since I haven't really done a faith-based video in a while. So basically this church, the pastor's Rich Wilkerson Jr., I think, and he spoke about Restless closed on Sunday, and Restless is their kind of they have like a whole like series about it, but basically this, if you guys don't know, this sermon was basically talking about like what it means to kind of have a Sabbath, which obviously means, if you don't know what a Sabbath is, it's basically just rest, kind of stopping from doing, work and all that. And Sabbaths are usually on Sundays, and that's obviously when we go to church is Sundays. So yeah, basically this was talking about the importance of having Sunday off and really like just resetting and not doing any work, and because I am the type of person, I'm so guilty of this. Like, I'm so guilty of doing work on Sundays, even though technically you're not supposed to. I am just not good at it. Like, literally, like the last couple of years, I normally do homework and all that on Sundays, and I can't find myself to just not do it. But like, it's definitely something I am struggling with. So yeah, but I think I've kind of found a nice balance where like on the weekends I kind of take it easier and I don't do homework right away. I do things that I enjoy. So that's kind of the balance I found. But definitely this sermon just definitely convicted me of working on Sundays. But yeah, basically the whole message is like, we're overworked, we're anxious, we're tired, we're so distracted constantly with the hustle and bustle of work and social media and this kind of need to always be working, basically. And he mentions Genesis and then also Mark at the end. So Genesis chapter 2, 2-3, by the seventh day God had finished the work he had been doing, so on the seventh day he rested from all of his work, which is why the seventh day, Sunday, is when we're supposed to not do any work, basically. And this was an interesting thing he mentioned, is that we are Pharisees to ourselves. Like, we're so worried about being perfect and we're striving for perfection that we can't remove ourselves to take a break and not do work, because we're constantly trying to strive for that. And I thought that was such an amazing way he said that. Like, we're Pharisees to ourselves, because remember, Pharisees, like, they are always trying to they try their best to always kind of follow the legal framework, and always kind of following the laws and striving for that to the point that it doesn't suit you and it has no purpose anymore. And so I think that was such an eye-opening sense. The way he put that was so interesting, and so I definitely wrote that down. And that's definitely something I struggle with. I struggle with perfection. I struggle with trying to always be the best and do my best, that sometimes I lose myself in it and I lose what God ultimately wants from us. And I think that I think perfection goes in so many different ways, but it's interesting because God says we're good. Like, when he saved us, like, we're good. Like, and I think that sometimes, even though we know that we're good, we're always trying to strive for something better. And I think that's, I don't know why we do it, and I sometimes question why I do that. Like, why do I always have to keep striving for it? I think it's just culture and just society that does that. And sometimes I have to take a step back and remember, like, we're good. Like, God died for our sins and he saved us so that we didn't have to die for our sins as well. And so why do we always have to continue trying to be the best when we already know that God loves us and we're good and he's taking care of us? Like, why? And it's something that I have to stop myself to think about. And yeah, and really, we're supposed to reset and recharge, just like Jesus did. On the seventh day he did no work, he rested, and the purpose of a Sabbath is to rest, but more importantly, it allows us to connect with our Savior Jesus Christ and really refresh our soul. And that's definitely something I'm struggling with, and it's something I have to kind of train myself to do, is to not work on Sundays, even though it can be hard. I'm trying to. I think that's definitely something I'm going to really work on in 2020. And so yeah, that's definitely something that I want to do. And also I want to just it may not be the end, since it's the end of the year. I don't know if I'll ever do that, but maybe in 2020 I wanted to like find one day, it doesn't have to be all the time, but just like one Sunday where I just like I go to, you know, a park or whatever and just sit there and like not have my phone and kind of have a little retreat. I really want to do that, but yeah, I don't know. I really want to do that next year because I feel like that will be so there, like just like not even like a whole day, but just like an afternoon where I'm not on my phone. I'm just sitting there talking to God and just kind of, you know, taking in everything and just sitting still. I really would want to do that. Yeah, because I remember going to I forgot what place it is. It's like a lily pond area. I forgot exactly where it is. I have to Google map it, but I went there last year and it was the most beautiful thing, and I want to go back, so I'll probably do that once it's a little bit nicer, just because it is winter, so probably wouldn't be the best, but definitely once it gets nicer I want to do that. So yeah, I think it's in downtown. Yeah, anyways, side note, but I just remembered it. And so yeah, he even asks like what makes you feel most alive, and then I also wrote down a verse from Mark chapter 2 verses 27 to 28. Then he said to them, the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath, so the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath. And it's again to show that the Sabbath was made for us. It's not the other way around, and that work and rest equals a refreshment for our souls. Like when you do work, but then you also have time to rest, like you feel more at peace, and that's what I want. You know, I don't want to constantly be working all the time and being overworking myself to the point that I'm tired, I'm distracted, and I find myself like even like the last couple of weeks it's been hard for me to sleep because I'm just constantly anxious and I don't know why, and it wasn't until I just kind of just literally like I was praying to God, like, God, can you help me not be anxious anymore? Like I remember writing a prayer here about like just helping me sleep because I know I'm so anxious that like it's making it hard to sleep, and I just gave it all to God, and I just tried my hardest to not think about it, and like it worked, honestly. Like for like 2 days or 3 days it actually worked, where I slept like more than 8 hours and I didn't think about it, and it was easier for me to fall asleep. So that definitely helped me, is like just trying to not think about things too much and just not constantly worrying. And I think that just taking time to just talk to God about your struggles, but also taking the time to read his word definitely eases my anxiety. So that's what I'm going to do after I finish talking to you guys about this sermon. I'm going to do my actual quiet time, but I thought that instead of showing you guys me doing my quiet time, since I've kind of talked about it, like how I do everything, I thought that I would share a sermon with you guys because I felt convicted by it and it's making me more conscious about it, and hopefully, since it's almost Sunday, so I don't know if you guys will see this on Sunday. I'm gonna try and get this up by Sunday, but we'll see. But yeah, just for those of you who maybe needed a little bit of encouragement about maybe taking rest on Sunday and not overworking yourself, this was such a good one, because especially since it's final season, you kind of tend to overwork yourself, and I'm trying to take time for myself as well, because that's super important. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my college morning routine. I actually filmed an outro already, so I'll probably just use that as my outro, but I thought that I would quickly just share the sermon that I watched that really touched me, and it made me think, and was something that I definitely needed to hear. So hopefully this is something you need to hear as well. And yeah, also let me know in the comments down below, what is something you want to implement in your life as a way to just take time for yourself. It doesn't have to be like, anything crazy or like thought-provoking, but just like something that you do or would like to do during the week that that counts kind of like as me time and like something that you do to just relax and just rejuvenate, I would love to know. Definitely face masks are my thing. I love it. It reminds me it's another way for me to take time for myself, so that's an idea. But I definitely love to know. And also what you think about this sermon that I watched. I'll link the actual one down below in the description box if you guys want to watch it yourselves. And yeah, I will talk to you guys I guess in my next one. So I guess we can just roll the outro now. That I would quickly end off this vlog. I just printed and filled up my water, so hopefully you guys enjoy this morning routine. I know it's not that interesting, at least when I think about it, but like it's just real. Like it's my real morning routine here at college. So I hope you guys enjoy. Give us your thumbs up if you guys like it, vlog style, and want more routine videos. And don't forget to subscribe because I upload every Friday, or at least I try to. I post lifestyle, college vlogs, just stuff like that. So if you guys want, and also faith related videos. So if you guys don't want to miss out on that type of video or those types of videos, then don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification down below to be notified every time I upload. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys in the next one. Have an awesome day and God bless. Bye guys.